Welcome to Could It Exist in Real Life, where you can learn from watching too much TV. Tobey Maguire. Before you were swinging on a thread and after putting up with Johnny Depp's gonzo antics, you did what all kids and teens did in the 90s. Watch old reruns of the shows your parents watched. Pleasantville was one of the most well-known films mostly because of its use of visual effects. Much like how Who Framed Roger Rabbit brought cartoons together with real people, Pleasantville brought the black and white filming with color filming, a trait that was originally used with the 1925 Lon Chaney classic Phantom of the Opera. It was also one of the few things I've seen in my life that could be a modern Aesop along with Coraline and another. Spoilers ahead. The story goes like so. After their mother, played by Lois from Malcolm in the Middle, goes out of town, siblings David, played by Maguire, and Jennifer, played by Reese Witherspoon, are doing what many teens their age are doing, fighting over who gets to watch TV. David wants to watch a Pleasantville Marathon, a 1958 show about the ever-so-pleasant Parker family and their misadventures. Part of it is because David likes the show, but also because there's a contest coming on where his savviness could earn him a cash prize. Jennifer, on the other hand, wants TV so she can watch MTV concerts while she's waiting for her date. The remote breaks, leaving them unable to use the TV. They are then met by a mysterious TV repairman played by the sitcom master himself, Don Knotts. The repairman and David share some trivia on the show, which allows the man to give him a strange-looking remote. They think nothing of it and begin fighting over the TV once again. A button is pushed, which transports the two into the Pleasantville world, in which they are the siblings Bud and Mary Sue. This world seems like a dream come true, as it has many strange but wonderful oddities, such as a mom that can cook up a storm, firemen that can rescue cats, and a basketball game where no matter how bad you play, you never miss a shot as long as you're Team Pleasantville. Come to think of it, it's almost like Coraline if it were the 50s. However, not all is what it seems, after one screw up from Jennifer causes some residences to become colorized in what is usually a black and white landscape, and they also begin to act in ways that aren't considered pleasant. As a result, the still black and white citizens of Pleasantville try to divide the town between them and the now named Coloreds, which turns the place into a dystopian utopia. It is now up to David and Jennifer to make the town realize that change may be the right way to go. Now for the fun part. Could it exist in real life? First, let me go on record by saying that there's no way a remote control can transport you into TV land. Even my Defect Plus couldn't do it. Not after last time.
I don't think this is gonna work.
Of course it's gonna work. Don't say a word. And I never did, until now. You heard nothing. Anywho, another concept is the nature of Pleasantville itself. When it started out, it was idealistic, cheerful, and had many quirks. But then when people started getting colorized and do things out of their comfort zone, the so-called pure Pleasantville townsfolk didn't like the change, despite it not actually harming anyone, and resolved to try to nip it at the bud. Sounds familiar? It should be. Because not only does Pleasantville exist, we're standing on it. That's right, folks. Pleasantville is planet Earth throughout all of history. It's no surprise that the show takes place in 1958, just when the civil rights movement is in its early stage. But by that logic, it should make the movie dated, right? Wrong. Think of what happened back then, and then think of the things before it and after it. Even now, there are some people that consider themselves pleasant, that are still out there trying to weed out or worse to what they deem unpleasant. Much of the reason is because they are so used to the way things were, that when certain things come along that are different from them, they hate and fear it before trying it. The messed up part is, while the quote-unquote unpleasant wins in the end, they end up becoming pleasant themselves. A classic case of he who fights monsters. But despite that, we always hope for the best, the dawn that comes after the darkest nights. It's a never-ending cycle. The question, my listeners, you should ask yourself isn't who's pleasant and who's not, but rather, does it really matter to the point where we have to hurt one another? As usual, debate, argue, and let me know what I missed. Stay tuned for more and have a pleasant day.